The White Lotus Explained, Season 2, Episode 4, In the Sandbox. Season 2 continues at the White Lotus Resort in Taormina, Sicily. Ethan and Harper Spiller, newly wealthy from his tech sale, are vacationing with Ethan's old college roommate Cameron Sullivan and his wife, Daphne. 3 generations of DeGrasso men, grandfather Bert, Hollywood producer Dominic, and Stanford grad Albie, are on a heritage trip. Tanya McCoy Hunt, the returning heiress, is alone after her husband Greg left for Denver. And Lucia, a local sex worker, keeps expanding her reach at the resort.
This episode picks up the morning after Cameron slept with Lucia while Ethan was right there in the adjacent room. Cameron wakes the women, underpays them, promises to leave the rest at the front desk, then corners Ethan and demands silence. Bro code.
Which locks Ethan in completely.
Harper gets back from Noto and immediately tells Ethan she found out Cameron cheats. Daphne basically confirmed it during their palazzo overnight. She's almost triumphant, but Ethan barely flinches. Admits only that Cameron pitched him on an investment, which is true, but hides everything that actually happened.
Then she finds a condom wrapper in the room. Their rooms share a connecting door, so Cameron and Lucia were right there the night before. Harper doesn't explode. She sits with it all day, watching Ethan, turning it over in her head. That quiet is more dangerous than any fight.
She's building a case, not starting one.
Right. Cameron cheats. Ethan was alone with him. He won't answer basic questions. And now, physical evidence. She doesn't have the full picture yet, but she knows she's being lied to. Tanya's day, though, goes in a completely different direction.
Best day of the whole trip for her. A charming Englishman named Quentin stops her at the hotel, compliments her style, says she's the first glamorous woman he's seen in Taormina. He's wealthy, gay, lives in Palermo with a boat and a villa, and he pulls Tanya and Portia into his entire social circle at the beach club.
Tanya opens up about Greg leaving, her string of bad luck, all of it. And Quentin's warm and sympathetic. But he tells this odd story about a nearby island where a wealthy Swedish woman refused to sell her home to local investors, and one day her body was found at the bottom of the rocks.
Told to a rich woman who's alone and vulnerable.
But Tanya doesn't register the warning. She's just grateful for company. Quentin invites her to a big party at his Palermo villa, and she accepts immediately. Portia's on board too, because she's hit it off with Quentin's nephew Jack, working-class kid from Essex who promises her adventure and gives us the episode title.
While Portia's wrapped up in all of that, Albie shows up at the beach club looking for her. He saved her a chair and everything. She barely acknowledges him. She's eating with Quentin's group, deep in conversation with Jack, and Albie's just standing there, holding a seat nobody wants.
Lucia takes the empty chair.
They swim, they talk, they spend the whole day together. He has no idea she's a sex worker, that she was with his father for the first 3 episodes, or that she slept with Cameron just the night before. The kid who told Dominic he needs to actually change is falling for the exact same woman.
And Dominic's off buying jewelry for his wife, begging Albie to advocate for him with his mother. Albie refuses, calls it manipulative. Then Bert, the grandfather, spots Lucia with Albie at the bar and recognizes her from Dominic's room. 3 generations, same woman.
Does Albie even see the irony?
The wildest thread is Mia, who decides to sleep with Giuseppe, the hotel pianist, because he offered to help her music career. They head to a chapel. He can't perform, so she runs to grab Viagra from Lucia's bag, but accidentally grabs MDMA pills instead, same batch Cameron bought the night before.
She gives them to Giuseppe, telling him it's Viagra. He takes them and collapses right at the keyboard during his evening set. Ambulance carries him out.
Does that end up helping Mia, though?
Ironically, yes. The piano job is now vacant, the exact opportunity she was trying to buy with that transaction. Created by accident rather than by design. But those were Lucia's MDMA pills, and that trail leads somewhere.
Before dinner, Harper confronts Ethan again. Who was he with? What happened? And he stonewalls. When the couples meet up, Cameron covers effortlessly. And over dinner, Daphne tells this unsettling story about a man who dropped dead beside her during a charity run. Just gone. It hangs over the table.
Then at the bar, the whole romantic map flips. Albie spots Portia kissing Jack and can barely keep it together. Lucia senses his jealousy and kisses him right there. partly to comfort him, partly to make Portia notice. Portia and Jack leave together, and Lucia takes Albie back to his room.
Every person at this resort ended the night somewhere they didn't expect, and not one of them has an accurate picture of who they're actually with.
Harper found a condom wrapper and chose silence. Tanya accepted an invitation to Palermo from strangers. Albie went home with Lucia. He has no idea